Good evening, Dr. Washington. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much. I really enjoy your courses throughout these past semesters, and I am able to take away a lot. And for me personally, and for work, and for things that I want to be doing, and so I want to thank you for that. I mean, especially this semester going back to in class, it was just, I honestly did not want to miss a class because I just wanted to know what the conversation was this week, and to see how it related to what we were reading. And yeah, it was really fun, and I really enjoyed it. So thank you so much, and honestly can say that you have been one of my favorite teachers as well throughout my time at UNT, so I thank you for that. um, One thing that I really enjoyed throughout this course was working on the group presentation. Why? Because I'm a mother of two. My 3 year old is in the phase where he's wanting to test us. And I know my husband and I had a conversation. It's like, okay, how are we going to discipline our child? Do we want to discipline him the way we were disciplined when we were younger? Or do we want to try something different and see how it works? So our group topic was, or problem was, redirection versus timeout. What would be suitable for the kids ages 5 through 6? Again, mine is a 2 to 3 year old, so I did a little bit more of investigation myself for the type of age he was, which kind of in the way was the same as going into the research and going into reading more articles and all that stuff. So it was mostly the same, and I'm able to use it now to teach and redirect my son when it comes to him doing something bad or wanting to test. So, and then linking it to the theoretical perspective, like we chose Skinner's operative conditioning, and I was able to say, okay, like this is what's going on, this is a hearing. And so it was really fun to be able to watch all that play out and linking everything together for one presentation, and how everything just flowed together, and reading and doing investigative work. And because I sat there and at night and read all the journal articles that everyone chose, for me personally, because I wanted to know, hey, like, what is redirection, like how is this going to work, and how can I use this for my family, and or teach somebody else. Like my sister has 2 little ones as well, and how can I teach her that maybe this might work better than just spanking or yelling or putting them in timeout and letting them by themselves. So I learned a lot, I took a lot, and I'm so glad that we chose that topic, and I'm able to use that. I know Kelly and I talked about it, and she was excited to use some of those techniques as well for her little one, so that was fun. Also, learning the child development stages. Like I potentially want to be a teacher as well. I'm also looking in the back burner to teach. So learning all these child development stages and what each child is needing and is going through is very important. Um, Learning the child development stages is important, period, and I take that personal as well, because I have 2 kids growing up, and knowing what they need and what they're going through mentally, emotionally, physically, it's important to know, so that way I know as a mom how to guide them to be where they need to be, or if they need help, get them where they need to be. So I feel like I'm equipped, I'm ready, because before this class I was like, okay, like, I'm following what everyone else is doing. No, I'm educated enough to help my children and other close kids that are around me, so that way I know what they're needing, and knowing where they are developmentally, to help them. um, During this class we did a lot of research, I feel like, and it was easy research. It wasn't like hard research where we had to it took a long time. It was just, I feel like it was simple enough research, investigative research, that we could link and find easily if needed to. which is important in the field of child development, because we need to know what the latest trends and issues are for each child development stage. There's things constantly changing around our world, and we need to be equipped and know what is going on with all those changes. I'm sorry, all those changes going on around us, and that way we can help others and guide others to what they're needing. It is also important that we learned the stages of development. I mean, there's 5 stages: infancy, toddler, preschool, school age, adolescence, and in those within those stages there are other stages. So it is important to learn that we learn that, and be able to guide each stage and know where each child is, so we can help them, or see if they're lacking in something and be able to help them and guide them to what they need. Um, there is, we have theorists like PJ, Vygotsky, Erickson, that is able to help us understand those child development stages, and be able to link them to be able to understand what each child is going through. Which I didn't know. I mean, I did somewhat know, but I got a better understanding this semester because it was repetitive, and each chapter went over everything, and the discussion boards were linked up to what different theorists said about different situations, about different stages of where the child should be. So it was a lot to learn, especially with like the theories chart. Like I that literally is on my desktop, like pinned on my desktop for reference, because I think it's as possibly being somebody in the child development field. I want to be able to refer back and look up which theorist said which stage with this and all that stuff. So I have it pinned on my desktop for reference, and not just for this class. I used it for another class as well, and it was very helpful to be able to link back and go back and see what each theorist said and how it linked to what assignment it was, and or life period. So it's very helpful, and it was very fun to do that assignment as well. You can get better understanding, and I know you went over it with us and with quizzes and throughout the class, which I love, because it was like, okay, like, oh, this guy said this, or this guy BJ's theory was this, and who said this, and who thought this almost the same, and it was very helpful. So thank you for that. So again, thank you so much, Dr. Washington, and thank you for getting me ready for this, for what I want to be doing, and hopefully start doing, and helping out my community and the children within that community, families within those communities as well. I feel like I'm able to tackle and go and find like any type of research if needed, and which I never learned how to do before, but thanks to CDFS program, I'm able to go back and look up what I need to for a specific topic, and use that and link that for other things. And it's just all this ties together with life. And people think, well, this is a one-time study, or like we will never go back to it again. No, I really can see myself going back to this information to guide me to what I need for something else in life. So this was very important, and I thank you for that. And I wish you well. And for anybody that is applying to UNT or interested in the CDFS program, I 100% recommend it. I would recommend you and Dr. Moore, and I just thank y'all so much.